Welcome back to 50 States,
50 plates,
where we're exploring America one plate at a time. Each week we choose a different state and we make a famous regional dish from that state. We're working our way all the way through America, and this week we've got Rhode Island. Last week we had Idaho, and surprisingly enough, it was not a potato dish, which really shocked us. If you missed that, I'll have it linked right here. I've always got the 50 States playlist linked below as well. And some of you sent in your pictures from Idaho. So if you send in pictures from Idaho, make sure you stay tuned to the end of this episode, and we'll be sharing the pictures from Idaho. If you have pictures from the tiny state of Rhode Island, I want to see them. Email me at mystate@mandyinthemaking.com. We've done our research, as we do every week. And this week we kept coming back to one particular dish that neither one of us are excited to try. It involves clams.
yeah, canned clams,
And,
clam juice.
okay, I've never been intrigued by clam chowder, okay? But I feel like I could probably try it if it was like the milk creamy base. And I believe there's even a tomato base version of clam chowder.
Right.
But Rhode Island clam chowder is a clear broth base made up of water and clam juice. To me, this does not sound appetizing at all. And I would be lying if I said that I was excited to try this, because I'm not. But this ain't about us. This is about what's the most popular dish. And something that our recipe does not have, but this mentions, so we're probably gonna do it. It says that Rhode Islanders a lot of time will add a splash of the Dub sauce or Worcestershire sauce at the end to kind of give it a little bit of a kick. I can get down with that. We love the Dub sauce in this house. So I think we'll try that at the end.
It's arts and crafts time. Here we go. Arts and crafts.
He makes fun of me anytime I pull out the kitchen shears to cut up bacon, but honestly, it is the easiest way.
I know, but now I'm doing it.
I know, look at
See?
you. So we're gonna get a couple pieces of bacon and we're gonna get it started here in the Dutch oven, but we need to cut it up first. So he's got the Dutch oven heating and he's just gonna chop that up and get that going. So we've got our bacon going. We've got all our ingredients ready to go. We've already pre-chopped, diced, all the things. So Stephen opened up the clams. Now this was full of clam juice and we did reserve the clam juice here. We're supposed to do that. But we wanted to be able to see it on camera, and then I'm gonna take a big old whiff of it and see what this smells like. Is it good or bad?
I'm not going to tell you. You just go ahead.
No. No. This is gonna be a bad day.
Clam juice.
So here's the deal.
Okay.
It said to drain those cans, but we need, for the amount that we're only making half. We need 2 cups of clam juice. So we have about a cup there, so we need to supplement with the rest of this.
Enhances chowders,
Okay.
seafood dishes, or sauces with the briny, salty flavor of clam juice.
Okay.
Oh, it's got a very fishy.
Oh gosh. Y'all, and we like fish.
Oh!
Y'all, we love fish. So I can smell it from over here, and it's overpowering the bacon. What does that say about it? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Okay, so the bacon is over here getting crispy, which is great. So once this is done, we're gonna throw in some onion and celery. Just for giggles, I said, you know what? Let's see what other foods are popular in Rhode Island. Hold please. Rhode Island has some of the most unique, hyper-local food in the country. This tiny little state. Another popular dish in Rhode Island, something called stuffies. And when I read about it, it reminded me of deviled crab that we have down here. Especially if you go to like a fish camp around here. I know y'all don't know what fish camps are. It's just a seafood restaurant. That's what we call
where
them
the
in the
fish
South.
camp out at.
But we have deviled crab, and it's basically the crab meat is pulled out of the shell. It's mixed with herbs and stuffing and like a lot of seasonings, and then it's put back into the shell and baked. That's what a stuffy is, but with clams. Okay, again, not something that sounds very appetizing to me. Honestly, I've never tried clams, never wanted to, but first time for everything. That's happening today. Then there's Johnny cakes, which are cornmeal flatbreads. Okay, then Rhode Island, you lost me here. Snail salad. It says you will find this in almost every Italian market in Rhode Island. It's chilled, sliced sea snails, tossed in a bright dressing of olive oil, lemon, garlic, and parsley. It's a very popular cozy deli side dish. I bet it is. I'm gonna tell you what, I don't ever plan on trying it. So these are just some of the things that it says Rhode Island loves. So our bacon is pretty much done. We're leaving it in there along with the grease, but we are adding a tablespoon of butter, and we're gonna let that melt.
Maybe this will be really good.
I'm really hoping it's gonna surprise us.
Yeah,
I
me
really
too.
am.
Maybe it will be.
Okay, so our butter is melted. Let's add in, I've got a half of an onion and about 1.5 stalks of celery diced. And we're just gonna cook this for 2 or 3 minutes. So while our onions are cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and get us 2 full cups of the clam juice. So I'm gonna add this in to get us up to that 2 cup mark. You know what? We did use it all. Look at us go. That was the perfect amount.
Good job, babe.
Not that if we had any left over, we'd be using it again. This smells really good so far. All we've got is our onion, celery, and bacon and butter. I'm hoping that this is gonna tone down the fishiness.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Right.
And I know there's plenty of people who love clam chowder. I don't know how many people eat it like this with the clear broth. I've just never had it. I'm not from the Northeast. I've never had clams. Maybe this is gonna surprise me. I don't know why, but as soon as we saw that it was clam chowder, I just got very nervous.
And I'm usually very adventurous when it comes to food.
He really is.
For some reason, I'm just feeling a little squeamish on this one.
I am too, but I'm really hoping it's gonna shock us.
Yeah.
The clear chowder is actually the original way that chowder was made, and it was made by settlers and Native Americans in that region. The milk version and even the tomato-based version, that was later, but this clear way is the more pure way to make the clam chowder. So I think these are good and soft. So now we add in our clam juice, our 2 cups. We also need 2 cups of water. We need to bring this up to a boil before we put our potatoes in. So let me turn this up just a tad.
Give it a whiff. See what you think.
With the bacon, that toned it down.
Onion and celery and all that.
It smells, it's not overly fishy smelling. It still smells fishy, but
Right.
like I said, we love fish.
Right.
We do. So maybe this is gonna be okay.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Now it's smelling a little bit more like a stew that I've had before, like
Like
a
a salmon
net.
stew.
Yeah.
Or
it's getting-
what's that other one that we like?
Like a catfish
The
stew?
catfish stew that
Yeah.
we like. Okay.
Okay.
But those are kind of milky. This is not milky, so
True. True.
we'll see. Okay, so it is coming up to a boil. And we've got, these are just like the mini yellow potatoes. This is about 3/4 pound of those. And I chopped these using my chopper. There we go, we're at a rolling boil now. So let's add these in. And then we need to let these cook for about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna let it come back up to a boil, which it's about to do now. And we're gonna cover it and turn it down to like medium low to low and let it hang out for about 15 minutes just to make those potatoes tender.
And will you add the parsley and the chives at the end?
Yeah, we don't
Okay.
add that quite yet. We
Gotcha.
just let this do its thing for 15 minutes. It has been 15 minutes. I'm gonna make sure that our potatoes are tender. Yeah, they are. They're good. All right, so now at this point we need to add in our clams. We've got, supposed to have about a tablespoon of chives. We've got however much this is. Then we've also got the same amount of parsley chopped up. I do like all the herbs that this adds. That's kind of cool. And then if you have fresh dill, that would be great, but we just have dried. We do about a ½ teaspoon of dried dill. Okay, so let's stir that in. We're gonna let that heat through for just a couple of minutes. We need to heat up those clams. All right, I mean, that doesn't look bad. Here's something I can get behind with the Rhode Islanders. Their official state drink is called coffee milk. Say less. It's kind of like chocolate milk, but it's milk with a coffee syrup mixed in instead of chocolate syrup.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good, and I wonder how I can get some of that.
Yeah.
Apparently, the popular syrup that you use for coffee milk is called autocrat syrup. Never heard of it. Kind of want to try it. I wonder if we could order it online and maybe get it.
Maybe so.
We might have to do that. You're supposed to taste it to see if it needs any salt. The clams, the clam juice, the bacon, they all have salt to them, so it's probably not going to need a lot. I am going to taste it to see if it needs salt, but I'm not going to do that on camera. We're going to save those reactions for later. But let me taste test this see if it needs more salt, adjust that, and we'll see y'all when it's time to eat. I've mentioned multiple times, Rhode Island is teeny tiny. I even looked it up and compared it to the size of the county that I live in South Carolina, and it's not much bigger than Spartanburg County. That just blows my mind that an entire state is about the size of the county that I live in. But you could fit the state of Rhode Island in Alaska 400 times. Rhode Island is only 37 miles wide and 48 miles long. Here is a fun fact for you. Rhode Island was the first of the 13 colonies to declare independence from Britain. They did this 2 months before the Declaration of Independence was signed. I tasted it. It needs a little more salt for sure. So let's do that. I'm gonna stir that around. Also, I almost forgot. True Rhode Islanders add a dash of the Dove sauce here at the end. So let's do that. Just, I don't know, till it feels right, you know? We're also gonna add a little bit of pepper. And that, my friends, is Rhode Island clam chowder. Your trivia question this week, Rhode Island is the smallest state, we all know that. But it had the longest name of any state in the United States up until pretty recently. Do you know what its official name used to be?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Make sure to get some clam in there.
Okay. I will say when I took a bite, I made sure it had no clam on it. So I just tried the broth.
That is good.
Stop it right now.
That is delicious. Now the clam texture is a little...
I heard it. Was that what I heard crunching?
It's a little interesting.
Was that the crunch I heard was the clam? Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh.
That's good though.
Okay. I hear the clam.
The clam is a bit chewy.
Oh, gosh.
It's a little bit chewy texture, but it's not bad. I'll tell you that this is actually really good. This is really, there's a lot of flavor. I mean, it's definitely a seafood stew.
Right.
That is for sure.
Right.
Like there is no mistaking that whatsoever. That is super good. And you get the Dove sauce.
Okay, good. Little kick of that.
That is really good with that.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, it's potent. It has a lot of flavor in here. Perfect amount of salt.
Okay, good.
But yeah, the other season, you can pick out the onion, the potatoes and all that.
Yeah.
Super good. I mean, this is actually really good. The bacon flavor.
Okay. I can breathe a sigh of relief. Now, I need to taste it, and I need to try a clam.
Yeah, the clam is a little off-putting, but it's only the texture, not the flavor.
Okay. All right. And to answer our trivia question, the state of Rhode Island used to be called the State of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. That was its official name all the way up until 2020. Even though I've only ever known it as Rhode Island, that was its official name. So the smallest state had the longest name.
All right, Miss Ma'am. I gave you forewarning about the clam texture. But the flavor, I'm telling you, the flavor is really, really good.
I'm really trying to psych myself out right now and
You
tell
got
myself
this.
it'll be okay. My mom is calling. Hang on one second. Okay. So I was literally saved by the bell. My mom called just now. She was asking a question, and I said, you saved me from having to take a bite of something I don't want to eat right now. Bon appetit. I don't like the texture of the clam at all.
Right.
It's chewy. Not a fan. But put that out of the way. It's not bad at all. It's not, I really thought I was going to have a very different reaction.
Right. I'm glad that you didn't.
Oh, me and you both. I'm not a fan of the clam texture. And I'm a texture person, and that matters to me, and I'm going to sit here and avoid eating the clam. I'm just going to be real honest. But the broth itself, is not bad at all.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, this is my second bowl, y'all.
Y'all, while I was on the phone with my mama, he ate the rest of his bowl and went and got seconds. Like, this is a go-backer for him.
I was lapping it up. This stuff is good. I like it. I can get past the texture.
See, do you see that? It's just...
Yeah.
It's a little chewy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, maybe it's an acquired taste.
Maybe so.
But I'm just funny with textures. I always have been. And so that's not my favorite.
I'm going to get some with some crackers in mine, too. See how that goes.
I mean, out of a 10, I'd give it a 5.
Really?
Yeah.
That low?
That's high.
I give it way higher than that. I mean, I think this deserves an 8, to be honest with you. I mean, I give it, I'll dock it 2 points just simply of the texture of the clam, but
I'm docking
know.
it a lot for that. And it's okay. I like the broth okay.
right.
But it's not, I wouldn't go back for seconds.
I gotcha.
So I would say a 5 for me.
Okay.
But that is so much higher than I thought was going to be my rating.
Yeah.
So I consider this a win.
What if the clams weren't in there? How would you rate it? Like if it was just the flavor of the clam, I guess, or the clam juice and all that. What'd you say?
Maybe a 6.5 or a 7.
Really?
It's not my favorite.
Okay.
But it's not bad. I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay.
And honestly, I thought I would take one bite and throw this out. I
Yeah.
really did. So
I'm proud of you, sweetheart.
it's a good day.
You did a good job.
Yeah. So my grocery store also had the option of getting minced clams, and I chose chopped. I think if I got minced, I would like it better. Because there's been a few bites that I've gotten that have had really small pieces in it, and I've been okay with that. It's the larger pieces that get me. I can't do it. So this guy over here is just chowing down. I meant to get oyster crackers, but we had some saltines, so. Okay. We did it, y'all. We were dreading it, but it was not half bad. He loved it. I liked it. I wouldn't order it out anywhere. I wouldn't make it again, but it was not bad. But that brings us to choosing next week's state. So I wonder if we'll go from like the smallest state to maybe the largest state. Who knows?
Let's see. My guess is gonna be California.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Oregon.
All right.
We're both West Coast. Let's see.
All right.
Upside down?
No. We are going to the great state of Utah.
Fun story.
Uh-huh.
When Steven and I were talking about all of these different states before we even started the series, and he said, I don't even know what, the most popular dishes are in most states. And I said, yeah, me neither. So we start talking about it, and he starts bringing it up on his phone. And he said, he named a couple of places, and I got it right. And then he said, okay, you won't get this one. Utah. And I said, funeral potatoes. He about fell out of his chair, because apparently that is one of the most popular dishes in Utah. And he said, how in the world do you know that? And I knew it because I've heard Kimmy from She's in Her Apron talk about it before. I don't know. Apparently it's a thing there. People make funeral potatoes. So it's like a potato dish that you take to like a family in mourning after a funeral, that type of thing.
Right.
Who knows if that's what we're going to end up making, but I do know that that's popular there. So Utah, we were right on the more West Coast side. I mean, it's pretty West Coast. So, okay, that means we need to go color in for Rhode Island. While I decide what color to color the huge state of Rhode Island, let me show you the pictures from Idaho. So we looked up the state flag for Rhode Island, and it's got a lot of yellow in it. So we're going with yellow.
Gotta zoom way in for this one.
Okay, so let's time it. I wonder how long it's gonna take.
Your time.
There we go. But also, I think it's like this little island here.
That's it.
Meep. There we go. So we have done the smallest state.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
All
now,
right. So
next week, we're going all the way back to over here. We're really kind of coloring in this whole section, aren't we?
No, but I like how we're going back and forth.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that we're going back and forth. Next week, we'll see you in Utah. Bye, y'all.